When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A game.
Here we go again.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of the Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So what are we talking about today? This is why Black women stay stressed out and depressed and running up the wall, right? Y'all want to know why your life's so hard. You want to know why things aren't going your way. Stuff keep breaking down. Your relationships break down. All of these things break down around you. You're stressed out. You're frazzled. You fried. You don't know which way to go. And it's really because you don't have your priorities straight. I have a video that I want to go ahead and share my screen for so that everyone can sort of hear it. Now, it does have a little language to it. So if you're sensitive to a little bit of language, here's your warning right now. But I'm going to go ahead and I am going to share a really interesting video for you guys. One moment.
I'm gonna go ahead and address both parts. Number one, the pick me, I don't care. Y'all gonna call me that, and it's really because y'all can't pick me. I'm convinced because I'm bad. I say some real shit. Y'all don't like it, so y'all gonna call me a pick me. In reality, I'm a realist. I really want to address this last part. It says that marriage is way more complicated and way more deeper than sex. You want to know why it is? Because society made it that way. It never was. Honestly, y'all got married as soon as the dick went in you. So y'all been divorced over and over and over and over and over. I've probably had husbands in ultimate culture. Like I don't know. I don't know how you sum it up. But the consecration of marriage, that's why y'all can make it seem like sex ain't that important. But why was virginity like? Why did men have to wait to get it if it wasn't that important? Why in some societies, if a woman's already been touched, men don't want it? Y'all can pretend, play whatever game y'all want to play, but in reality, the world has messed us up to have to go out and work, to have to go do all this shit that does not matter. That's why I say that there are days where I wake up and I'll just cancel out my clients because it's a me day. Why? Because I didn't have to go out and be working. Y'all are programmed to believe that. Y'all ever heard that statement? Get with the program. Who made the program? So y'all are so brainwashed that y'all aren't even being great to the one thing on this earth that mattered the most. Y'all vowed to love, honor, respect, obey the husband, not your job. So you don't go in your job and be like, yeah, I'm just too tired to perform today. I ain't be able to do it. But you'll come home to the man that you love, that's amazing to you, that's worthy of everything, and do that. That's why I feel the way I do. And y'all can say whatever y'all want to say about, oh, well, we work, we did it. Y'all together. So communicate about it. Take off from your shitty job and love each other. That's the job that matters. Y'all can kiss my ass because this is really how I feel. Love is the most important factor on this earth. This is why I don't give a fuck about dating a dude right now or none of that, because I kept trying to fill a void of loving my kids that were taken from me by these men. And now I'm farther away from my children. Y'all can pretend and play. Love is the most important. And what comes with love? Sex. Y'all are depriving the most beautiful part of y'all lives for the shit that doesn't matter. Income and shit. Think about some of my brokest times in my life or some of my happiest times. So y'all can say whatever and keep playing these mental games, but until y'all wake the fuck up, y'all the ones failing yourselves at the end of the day. Because I've taken care of people Nursing homes, I've never heard them talk about, man, that great job. They talk about the greatest memories. Go talk to some people when they about to die and see what they bring up. They not bringing up this shit y'all complaining about. That's for certain. Like, stop the madness. Wait till I make my YouTube too. It's a trip. Y'all a trip. Y'all need to have sex. I don't care. Have the sex.
Okay. So y'all heard her. She had a little language. But she was speaking from the heart. She strikes me as a young lady who is in the process of waking up. She's in the process of understanding that I've been in the lost value system and I have lost things. She mentioned losing her children to the men, which I could only assume is their fathers. Losing her children to their fathers because she wasn't paying attention, because she had her priorities messed up, because she was buying into the brainwash that the career and the money and the profession and education and this, that, and the third was more important than all of the different things that she was ignoring that would have actually fulfilled her. See, the biology can't be ignored. And that's the thing that's got Black women in the trouble that they in right now, because everything boiled down to $1. And that is one of the most annoying things that I have ever had the displeasure of listening to, especially in these spaces. Like when you listen to Black women, and anytime the word provide comes up in these relationships, or any time that the conversation of relationships and marriages and all of these sorts of things come up, the first thing that come up right after that is money. And I'm trying to figure out what is with that. So if money made marriages go round, then nobody should actually have a failed marriage or relationship, because somebody making more money than somebody, and it shouldn't matter, since we all feminists, right? It shouldn't matter that the woman make more or the man make more. As long as somebody's making enough money for everybody to live on, then that should actually be enough, and that should make the relationship go, since every time we talk about marriages and relationships, we gotta also have a conversation about money. Who make more money? Who's got the money? Who spends the money? Who withholds the money? Who controls the money? Who's got the account? Who don't got access to the account? Why is he trying to do this? Why is she trying to do it? Like, why are we always, as if we don't provide anything other than money? Women talk about men and relationships and money as if men don't have another value that they add except for money. So that when he doesn't have enough money, he's not worthy of anything. And if he got too much, you feel as if he's going to try to control you with those very same finances that you actually want to benefit from. And it's the most backwards thing, because it's due to the money, and this is why I call Black women sellouts. It's due to the money that Black women decided that they no longer even need the union. They no longer even need the relationship at all, because Black women live in a society where women are able to go out, get jobs, get education. They're not really held back from seeking out whatever profession that they want to engage in or take part in or anything like that. And it's like, okay, because I'm able to go and be financially self-sufficient, then therefore I no longer need the husband or the family or anything like that, because I don't need to be fulfilled. All of my needs are monetary. All of them. No emotional connection. I don't need the fulfillment emotionally. I don't need the connection. I don't need any of this. This is why a lot of Black women in these relationships feel at liberty to withhold sex, because it was never about the emotional connection. They're not with these guys for who they are. Excuse me. My apologies. They're not with these guys for the connection that they made outside of monetary gain and things of that nature. They're with these guys for whatever they can have in terms of money, in terms of the concrete thing, in terms of the external thing. and she was right about him being brainwashed, you never make the connection with your husband. You never make the connection in your home, so that if all of this stuff go away, your job, his job, whatever, you're still a unit, because you didn't get with each other based on the dollar, based on whose bank balance was this, that, and the third. You got with each other because of the connection of the heart. But y'all don't get into marriages because of that. The vast majority of y'all don't get into marriages because of that. You got all these other ulterior motives for getting into these relationships. Not to mention the devaluing of sex is what she talked about as well. Sex is nothing. She was kind of all over the place, but she made some really good points though. To y'all, sex is the transaction. It's nothing. You don't worry about the spiritual aspect of sex. You don't worry about the emotional aspects, what you give. I just did a video with a young lady talking about she caught 100 bodies before she was 18. This is the trifling life that a lot of y'all are living, where sex is simply a product that somebody can buy from you. All that they have to do is spend a certain amount of money, or give you a certain amount of money, or give you a certain thing that you were wanting or thought that you needed. And then there you go. You're hopped in the bed with a guy that you may not know and may not even like, in order to get these monetary things. And we don't see the problem with none of this. We don't see this as an issue. Just as women, we don't see this as a problem. This is a huge problem. And we teach our daughters the stuff. We teach our daughters the game, quote unquote. And it's nothing to us. Us giving our bodies away for peanuts, it's nothing to us. Because you don't have the value of you. And it's because so many Black women lack personal value, personal market value. They lack that value. They can't find that value in other people, especially men, especially Black men. They can't find that value because I don't have no value. That young girl just sat up and told us she didn't have no value. This young lady video that I just played just told y'all that she is coming out of the thought pattern of not having no value, of doing things that devalued her. This woman lost her children. She mentioned focusing so much on the job that you sacrifice the other things that mean something. Why don't your family mean more? Why don't your children mean more? You stressed out because you trying to do the man's job, and then you half do the woman's job, and then it becomes too much, because when you get into these relationships, you don't even want to relinquish control and say, here, I got into the relationship so that I don't have to do 100% of everything. You do it. He the man. Y'all claim y'all want masculine men, and he need to do his job, and he need to be a man, and blah, 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 blah. Okay. So why don't you put down the masculine mantle, let him pick it up, and you don't worry about it anymore? Because if you don't trust him, you don't trust his judgment, you don't trust his leadership, you don't trust your life in this man's hand, then you should not be with that man. That's the whole problem. Y'all be talking about, what if they do this? What if they do that? If you don't trust that man, then there's no reason to be with him. And if you don't trust nobody, that's a problem with you, not with them. You got trust issues. That don't make it everybody else's problem. That make it your problem. Your problem. And I don't understand why this is not an issue. This is why y'all stressed out all the time. Oh, it's so hard. You make it hard. You make it harder than it needs to be because you have to have control over every aspect of everything. You got to know exactly what's going on in here and there. And then you got to try to put your hand in it. Like, leave it alone. If that man ain't no good, why are you over there with him, sis? Picking bad apples. You're a bad apple picker? Is that what it is? If you pick bad apples, sis, just say that. Y'all running around here talking about life is all that hard. Marriage is super complicated. No, it's not. Marriage is work, but it's not complicated. Bet you didn't know that. Marriage is work. It's not complicated. It's simple. You do your job, he do his job. And you leave it alone. And both of you trust in the Most High for the guidance. That's not hard. It just take work. It just take discipline. That's not hard. There's nothing complicated about it. The concept is simple. It may not always be easy, but it is simple. So sound off in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
Hey guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And if you've got more to say on the topic, leave a comment down below. Also, don't forget to support our sponsor who so graciously supports this channel by clicking the description box and the link for A-Game at agameherbal.com. You can go ahead and get a 10% discount off of your next purchase using the code Kendra10. This has been yet another Crimson Cure production, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.